What's goody? All right, we back with Fat Files. I'm gonna try to clear the channel. There's not that many videos on Fat Files, so I'm trying to move through them. This one is titled "The Most Gangster Grocery Store on Earth," Costco. Now, if you've been following me or watching me from the jump, I'm always getting Costco and Sam's mixed up. I've done it a couple times on this channel, but I love them both. They're both up the street from the crib. I hit both. My mom got a membership with both of them, so I'm always in both of them. All right, buying too many damn spoons and damn hash browns and shit for my son. Okay, just way too much quantity for a U.S. standard family. Okay, so let's get into this. He's saying Costco gangster, so I noticed a good ass story behind it. I wonder if some kind of military involvement is involved, because usually when it get gangster, it involves some kind of marine. Hell is you talking about? Let's rock.
Ah yes, Costco, the only grocery store on the planet that makes almost no money from selling groceries, yet is somehow one of the most profitable grocery stores on the planet through nothing other than psychological tricks and magic.
Is that what Costco is categorized as, a grocery store? I never even thought to think that Costco and Sam's was a grocery store, simply because where I'm from, Costco came after Sam's. So Sam's has always been tied to Walmart. Sam Walton. It's always been tied to Walmart. Walmart has never been looked at as a grocery store. So we always just looked at Sam's. You know, bro, they did mind fuck us. We always looked at Sam's as like this wholesale Walmart, like this wholesale department store where you go get things for cheaper and you don't have to have a LLC, or you don't have to have a tax identification number or a business license. You can just go in there and buy things for cheap if you have this $40 a year membership.
Grocery stores on the planet through nothing other than psychological tricks and magic. Today we're talking about Costco. We all know what Costco is because the members of Costco never shut up about Costco. They're just out there in the world roaming around, non-ironically wearing clothing from Costco's in-house brand, Kirkland, desperately waiting for anybody to ask them what Kirkland is so that they can inform and educate, preach the gospel to these non-believers that Kirkland is actually manufactured by name brand manufacturers and the products are cheaper and better than any other name brand product. And if that's not what they're up to, they're out there flashing their Costco membership card, trying to use it to get laid, and it's working a shocking amount of the time, apparently. And there's a good reason for that. Costco is selling all of its products at a net zero, meaning they don't make any money when they sell you something. In fact, some of their items, they even sell at a net loss, meaning the more they sell, the more money they lose. Yet somehow, they still manage to pay all their employees well above their competitors and have a net profit of over $6 billion a year. And I'm going to explain how that's even possible right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Rocket Money, your all-in-one finance app that's going to help you cancel subscriptions, lower your monthly bills, and overall manage your money better. Rocket Money covers pretty much everything. They will let you monitor your credit score. They help you manage your budget by letting you see all of your expenses in one easy location. And then if you want them to, they can actually go in and help negotiate a lower price on some of your bills, like your cell phone, for example. And they don't just save you money by negotiating down some of your bills. They also help you identify and cancel a bunch of subscriptions that you probably didn't even know that you had. And this is my favorite part because me and my wife, mostly my wife, has a horrible habit of signing up for free trials on apps and then forgetting to cancel them. But luckily, Rocket Money's here to let me know that I've been spending $7.99 a month every month for the past 3 years on some photo editing app that my wife used one time for an Instagram post. Yeah, babe, what's up?
How many guns did you buy this year?
No comment. Wait, what? How do you even know I'm talking about you right now? Did you bug my office?
A, don't worry about it. B, keep my name out of your mouth.
My boy Nick double dipped the chip. He might have triple dipped the chip. I've seen this ad before. That means it's on a few videos, so he got paid a few times with the same ad. I got to figure this YouTube shit out, boy. I got to double dip the chip, bruh. I can't believe I waited this long to buy a goddamn camera and a damn gaming computer and a damn set of headphones with a microphone. I can't believe I waited this long.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
All right. All right, I got to finish the ad. I got to go. Love you. That could have went better. Anyways, if you want to take control of your finances today, go check out Rocket Money. I will have a link in the description down below. Let's get back to the video. There's a baby monitor in my office. All right, so Costco. Our story begins in 1954 with a man by the name of Saul Price, who convinces his mother-in-law to buy a warehouse as an investment property. However, mother-in-law wasn't a commercial real estate mogul and had no idea what to do with this warehouse. So Saul Price is like, you know what? Fine, I'll rent the warehouse from you and I'll put a business inside of it. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll figure it out. He then stumbles across a brilliant business known as Fedco, which is essentially a large in-bulk grocery store that offers very, very cheap groceries to its members, and the only way that you could be a member of Fedco was to work for the federal government. So Saul Price approaches Fedco and is like, hey, you guys have a great business model.
I never heard of Fedco, but if I'm not mistaken, did my boy just say Price convinced his grandma to buy a building? She didn't know what to do with it, so he then said, oh, grandma, I'll rent it from you. Let me do it. I got an idea. Is that he convinced his grandma to buy something that she didn't know what to do with? Then he coincidentally said, hey man, I kind of know what to do with it. Let me rent it from you. I got you. Am I tripping?
Was to work for the federal government. So Saul Price approaches Fedco.
Are these the mind fucks he's talking about? That these psychological mind games, these psyops that Costco running on us? Huh?
I was like, hey, you guys have a great business model. I've got a big empty warehouse. Let's partner together. We'll make this a Fedco also. It'll be great. Fedco is like, nah, we're good. At which point Saul Price is like, okay, that's fine. Well, I'm just going to steal your business model because you can't patent selling groceries at a discount to members. So I'm going to open up my own equivalent of your store called FedMart. The only difference is instead of selling groceries cheap to members, I'm going to sell groceries really, really cheap to members. Like I'm almost not going to make money off of selling groceries, and I'm going to charge them a $2 membership fee. Okay, and this business model seems kind of weird, but it's actually genius. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci once said that simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication, and that's what's going on with this business model. If you don't know, grocery stores are probably one of, if not the most competitive retail environments on the planet. The profit margins on food in grocery stores is so razor thin, it's crazy. And what FedMart has done with this business model is essentially said, I'm not going to compete in this highly competitive environment. I'm going to sell my groceries at net zero. I'm not going to make money. I'm just going to break even on everything I sell, and I'm going to make all my money off of charging a monthly subscription fee of $2 to let everybody shop at my grocery store where my stuff is the cheapest because I'm not making any money off of it. I have no profit margin there. So if the customers shop here enough, they're going to save enough money to offset their membership fee, saving money overall. I'm going to make money, and it's a win-win for everybody. In its first year of business, FedMart does 4 times its projected amount of profit, and they end up opening a bunch of more stores within a couple of more years all across the United States.
It's so crazy, man, how business just doesn't change. Once an idea is put out there and it's successful, and all the eyes are on it, people just start mimicking it. Because even now to this day, social media, when IG, Instagram started, it was kind of a social thing. Then it turned into a business. Like I got on Instagram for business. I made clothes. So I was like, I'm gonna just get on here I didn't get on here to post pictures and make friends. I'm gonna get on here to post my clothes and see if I can get somebody to bite and buy. And it became more of a marketplace, right? And then everybody starts doing it because it worked. So now instead of just a few designers on there doing custom clothes and becoming popular and working with all the celebs, now everybody's like, oh shit, he could do it, I can do it. Now everybody starts doing it and it gets oversaturated, and now everything is being pushed towards subscribers. If you can get people to subscribe to you, pay you a monthly, then that's the pocket you want to be in. And that's what he figured out way back then. Like, yo, I'm gonna get these people to subscribe to my business. I ain't got it, like what I'm selling them. I'm not really, that's not the getting their trust, keeping their eyes on you and keeping their interest in you. That's where I'm going to win, by just charging them this little fee, just a small fee. But if I can get enough people to pay that small fee, we going to be straight and it's going to cover us. It's kind of fire. It's kind of fire.
And they end up opening a bunch of more stores within a couple of more years all across the United States. Within 5 years, by 1959, FedMart goes public and continues to be outrageously successful. Fast forward to 1975, a German conglomerate company buys up the majority of the stocks in the stock market, and they assume control of FedMart. Now, these German investors assume control of the company, and naturally, they're like, wow, what a brilliant business strategy. It's so simple, it's physically painful. All I have to do is change nothing and rake in money. But you know, it'd be cooler if we re-German engineered the entire thing. I bet we could get 3% better performance if we made this like 1,000 times more complicated. So that's what they did. They German engineered the company, and by 1983, completely out of business and shut down. So Saul Price is like, I made a ton of money going public with my business. They ruined it. It's closed down. There's no other company like mine. I'm going to start the exact same company all over again. So he buys an empty aircraft hangar and starts Price Mart with the same exact business model.
Okay. Damn. See, I got excited when he said Price Mart. You know why? Panamanian. In Panama, when I go visit, their version of Costco and Sam is called Price Mart. Even though he misspoke and is really Price Club, Price Mart is what we have in Panama. But it's crazy that he was able to just do this, and I don't know if they didn't have non-competes back then or whatever, and you didn't, you know, you had to wait a certain amount of time before you sold. I meant before you started and competed in that area, but in that business. But I like the way my boy Price the way he thinking.
Buys in an empty aircraft hangar and starts Price Mart with the same exact business model.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Now, around the same exact time, Saul Price's old prototype.
Wait a minute, Nick. Wait a minute. Is that Grand Theft? What made you use a clip of a dude walking down the alley saying that from Grand Theft? Why Grand Theft? Why? Why Grand Theft, Nick? Let me know. How did you reference that? What's going on there? How did you reference that?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Now, around the same exact time, Saul Price's old protege from FedMart, a guy by the name of Jim Senegal, ended up opening up his own business with his business partner, a lawyer by the name of Jeff Brotman. And that business was Costco, that also had the exact same business model. So Costco and Price Mart end up being competitors for a little while, and then they eventually end up merging together and they form Price Costco, and then it just becomes Costco, and this is what we have today. And modern day Costco really hasn't changed their business model. They still run a net zero on almost all of their products, and they make 92% of all of their money off of membership fees. So if Costco wants to make more money, they have to A, maintain the members they have, and B, get more members. So how do you do that? You be competitive. You have the best prices, which check, Costco already does because they run everything at a net zero. They're not making money. You can't get better prices than what Costco already has. So what else can they do to improve their business? They have to make shopping there fun, and that's exactly what they do. Okay, and this is where the psychological warfare and magic comes into play, all right? Because the second you walk up to a Costco, you have to pull out your membership card, and on the back side of those Costco membership cards, it's literally a photo ID. Like, you're not getting into this exclusive club unless you are a member.
Never cross the rope. No, but my friends are on the inside.
Lose them.
Hey, watch it, I'm a bleeder.
Okay, so right out of the gate, you already feel exclusive. You feel like a boss walking up to the bouncer at a nightclub, and he just opens up the velvet ropes for you and waves you in because you're a member. And the psychological warfare just keeps going from there, right? Because the first aisle that you walk into, by design, is the expensive electronics aisle, okay?
Facts.
You're sitting there, you're looking at like, shit, do I need a $4,000 TV? I probably shouldn't. Okay, I'm not going to get the TV. And then you go about your shopping and you think you did a good job, right? They did that shit on purpose because now you think to yourself, oh, wow, I just saved $4,000 because I didn't buy a TV the size of my garage door. So now you're like 10 times more likely to impulse buy something else for yourself because you feel like you just saved $4,000. So all of a sudden, that $80 purchase that you're going to splurge.
Nick, what's wrong with your brain, bruh? What's wrong with your brain? How are you doing this? You gotta fucking relax. What made you go Dumb and Dumber? What made you go Dumb and Dumber, bruh? How did you okay.
10 times more likely to impulse buy something else for yourself because you feel like you just saved $4,000. So all of a sudden, that $80 purchase that you're going to splurge on doesn't feel like a big deal. And that is what makes the shopping fun. Within 3 minutes of stepping foot inside of Costco, they've already made you feel like an exclusive member of their club, and they have convinced you that this is no longer a shopping trip. This is a trip where you get to treat yourself.
3 words for you: treat yourself.
And now they're about to turn the entire shopping trip into an adventure because Costco uses what they call the treasure hunt strategy, which basically means Costco is constantly moving around all of their items to different locations. So no matter how many times you
I'm missing the video, bruh. I'm missing the details. Being in awe of this motherfucker pulling out these damn scenes from these movies and these shows. My boy just doubled down on Jim Carrey. My boy doubled down on him.
because Costco uses what they call the treasure hunt strategy, which basically means Costco is constantly moving around all of their items to different locations. So no matter how many times you go to Costco, you never know where you're going. Okay, you're on a constant hunt for the milk, the eggs, the bread, and then you're running across like LED high-speed internet toasters for $80, and you're like, holy shit, I need that. And while that's going on, you've got an army of old women constantly trying to give you samples of food.
This is not pudding.
And while that's going on, there's no lull in the action.
Jim?
There's never a delay in the adventure that you're having because Costco doesn't have very many items, okay? Costco, on average, has about 3,700 different items available in one of their stores compared to, like, Walmart that has over 50,000. Okay, this means there's no choices to be made, right? A normal grocery store has an entire aisle of 700 different types of salad dressing. You know what Costco has? A fucking pyramid of ranch. It looks like you're getting the ranch, huh? Keep the adventure moving. But I like having a lot of options. No, you don't. I know you think you like options, but you don't. People's actions say otherwise. Almost nobody appreciates having options. Watch this, I'll prove it to you. I'm gonna call my wife and I'm gonna very tactfully give her 0 options about where we're gonna go to lunch today. And then I'm gonna call her tomorrow and I'll edit it in and I'm gonna give her all the options in the world and we're gonna see which one she actually prefers.
Hello.
Hey, guess where I'm taking you for lunch?
Where?
Mexican restaurant.
Ooh, okay. I'll be ready in 15 minutes.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye.
See you in 24 hours.
Sounds like my wife, Mexican. La Padilla.
Hey, I'm hungry. Where do you want to go for lunch?
I don't know.
You want Chinese?
No.
Mexican?
No.
Burgers?
No.
Italian?
Yeah, no.
All right. You figure out where you want to go and then let me know, okay?
Okay, fine.
All right, love you.
Can't make this
science. Moral of the story, whether
Can't
people
make
know it or
this shit
not,
up.
they actually hate having too many options because it makes you think, and when you have to stop and think, you have to stop, which breaks up the action, right? If you're having sex with somebody, you don't want them right in the middle of it to be like, hey, did you lock the front door? Like, I don't give a shit. Unless there's a Velociraptor that kicks down that door, I'm in the middle of something right now, okay? Let's keep doing this. And this is true for like almost everything, right? You think Ice Cube would be one of the greatest rappers of all time if right in the middle of his song, Today Was a Good Day, he stopped and gave you a fucking pop quiz on geography? No, just enjoy the song and listen to it and you're happy. So when you're shopping at Costco, this is an adventure. This is a treasure hunt and there's no thinking and there's no breaks in the action ever. You're having a blast. And if that wasn't enough, the aesthetic of the overall store is absolutely incredible. Remember going to a normal grocery store when you were a kid and your mom couldn't find something and she goes up to the employee and is like, do you have this? And they're like, no, we don't have it on the shelf. And your mom goes, she says the magic words, oh, can you go check in the back? And you're like, the fuck is, what's in the back? What's going on back there? Guess what? Costco, you're in the back, okay? I'm 99% sure that we're living in a simulation and Costco is the spawn point for all of the stuff. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Costco's got like food and clothes and electronics, you know, the common loot, but they've also got the rare shit that you can go find. So when Mrs. Fat Electrician gets sidetracked smelling 15 different types of candles, I'm going on a side quest to find something cool. What am I looking for? I have no idea. I'll know when I find it, okay? Costco's the only grocery store on the planet that you can just...
Why is this so true? Like, it's so crazy that we all come from different places, different cultures, different backgrounds, fucking different countries, bro. And it's always this, it's like we have this common mankind thread. My mom, we're doing a party at the house. My mom's first thing. We gotta go to Sam's or Costco. We have to go to Sam's or Costco. Trust me, you don't want to go to Walmart and buy the local fork when you can get Why you? I'm like, Mom, it's only 60 people. We only need 100 pack of forks. The 100 pack of forks, $6. But at Costco, you get 3 toes and forks for $9. Why not just buy the 3 toes and forks? Okay, Ma. So we go to Costco to buy 3,000 forks for $9. And my mom is in there living her life. And I always find myself just parting ways with her, and I always find myself in the middle clothing section looking at the new Nike sweatsuits they bought in that's only $24. The Kirkland t-shirts that I love, they have the best white tight neck undershirts. They changed the collar on and all. That's why I don't fuck with them too much no more, but they used to have the best undershirts. Anyways, and I find myself walking off. I'm over there by the jewelry where they sell the cologne, because you go in there and find some expensive cologne for cheap too. He's so right. And like, we all do this, like all of us do this. Like, while I'm in Georgia doing it, somebody's in Oklahoma, somebody's in New York, somebody's in Washington doing this shit too. It's crazy.
15 different types of candles. I'm going on a side quest to find something cool. What am I looking for? I have no idea. I'll know when I find it. Okay, Costco's the only grocery store on the planet that you can just wander off and end up finding a signed jersey from Magic Johnson in 2024 when he retired in 1996. Okay, you're just looking at it like, what is happening right now? And then you look over and you're like, oh, there's a ring that costs $340,000, and you're just looking at it in your hand like, this literally costs more than the house that I live in. I'm fucking stealing this. And you're like, no, I can't. You put it back, and now you feel like a good person, and Costco is boosting your self-esteem. So you get done shopping, and then you realize you're hungry. You have developed an appetite from adventuring for the past 2 hours. And holy shit, Costco has a food court. So you go over to the food court, and you're like, you know what? I haven't had a hot dog in 15 years. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to order a hot dog and a soda. They ring you up at the cash register. It's $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda, okay? And just to be clear, this isn't like one of the normal little bullshit hot dogs that you like give to the kids at the barbecue while the adults are eating steaks and burgers. No, this is the fucking hot dog that she tells you not to worry about, okay? This is a fucking, you went to a baseball game and got one of those big ass novelty hot dogs, size hot dogs, and that plus a soda with free refills was $1.50. So then, because you're a good person, because you didn't steal that ring, you politely inform the cashier, I think you messed up and accidentally gave me the hot dog for free, and that's just the tax. And she's like, no, it's $1.50. We haven't raised the price on the hot dog combo since 1984 when we came out with it, because of the principles of the matter. Do you understand how crazy that is? 1984 was 40 years ago, okay? We've had more inflation than that house from the movie Up since then, and they've refused to raise the price, okay? Dollar Tree is now $1.25 tree, and this hot dog is still $1.50. So then you go home full and happy, but still fascinated by this $1.50 hot dog. So you decide to look into it. How is it possible? Was that actually meat inside that hot dog? What is going on here? And then you Google it and you hear the famous Costco hot dog story, okay? Apparently, the higher-ups at Costco came to the owner, Jeff Sinegal, at this point in time, Saul Price's protege, and they're like, we got to sell this hot dog for more than $1.50. At which point, Jeff said, and I quote, if you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out.
Whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there, and I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
So that's what Costco did. They figured it out in what is probably the most gangster way possible, right? They didn't want to sacrifice the quality of the hot dogs and have just horrible hot dogs. So they're like, you know what? The only thing we can do is to build our own hot dog manufacturing facility, and one of them's not going to be enough. We're going to build 2 of them, one in LA and one in Chicago, and then we can control the price of hot dogs. And this figure it out attitude doesn't just stop at the hot dogs. When Costco wants something done, they get it done, okay? Here's another example. They wanted to build a new Costco in LA. And here's the problem with that. Getting anything done in the state of California, especially a major city like LA, is an absolute nightmare. California is not rated very well as far as being business friendly goes, and it just takes forever to get anything done, right? You want to put up a new building, you got to have environmental impact studies, all this other bullshit. You got to pay a bunch in fees. It's just a complete nightmare, and it's going to take 20 years for them to put up a 300,000 square foot warehouse. But They had a new rule that due to the housing crisis, they would expedite immediately any projects that had affordable housing. So Costco is in the process of building a Costco in the middle of LA that has fucking apartments on top of it just so they can start slinging $1.50 hot dogs.
You lying to me. You fucking lying to me. I knew about the hot dog factory. I've heard that mentioned in another video. I knew about the hot dog factory. But what is he talking about Costco with apartments on the top of it? What is he talking about, y'all? And I'm going to say this because right now where I live, I'm in the South. So we have all this empty land. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, they're building up Stockbridge. Stockbridge is about to be humongous. They're building a Costco. And then Costco, they start building these townhomes and these apartment combo neighborhoods, right? Shit ton of townhomes, shit ton of like massive apartments, right? And in the middle of it, they build a Costco. Like, it's just surrounded by housing. Costco. It's like, let me turn into my neighborhood. Oh yeah, you're gonna pass a Costco when you turn down my street. Like, what? Yeah. The entrance to my apartment complex, you're gonna pass a Costco when you enter the apartment complex. You're gonna see the 2-story Chick-fil-A to the right that you can't go eat in, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they did that. And then you're gonna pass a Costco, and my apartment's right there on the left. I don't know if it's tied to affordable housing because that shit ain't affordable, but what is he talking about, y'all?
It has fucking apartments on top of it just so they can start slinging $1.50 hot dogs. In conclusion, Costco is the most gangster grocery store on the planet. Their slogans are do the right thing and more is more, and that about covers it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com, and from now until August 30th, every single item purchased out of my merch store, whether it's a sticker or a hoodie or a shirt or a beer koozie, is going to get you one entry to win a custom Steelhead Outdoors Fat Electrician gun cabinet. And second place is going to get a custom Steelhead Outdoors Fat Electrician pistol box. And third place is going to get a big care package from Wiley X, my favorite glasses company. So yeah, go buy some merch. Thank you for watching. Quack bang out.
Okay, we done. Nothing else. Yo, my boy tripled down on Jim Carrey. My boy went Ace, Dumb and Dumber, Grinch. Then he went sleazy Tom Cruise. Sweaty, hairy, pop arm Tom Cruise. You got issues, Nick. You got a mental Rolodex on you. Y'all tell me Nick edit his videos, then y'all say somebody else do. So I don't know who got the mental Rolodex. But the shit is exquisite. Moving on. I gotta research this apartments on top of Costco. Cause what, like I said, we had Sam's first and we compare Sam's to Costco. Like they're the same exact thing to us. Well, at least to me, in my family, in my neighborhood. I gotta look into that. It's enough you buy a hot dog factory to make your hot dogs. Now you moving people above the business to buy your hot dogs. I gotta look into that. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And again, I plan on clearing the channel, but keep those recommendations coming. I'm out. Peace.